Hey, what's going on guys? Mario here and welcome back to yet another Minecraft starter house tutorial here on the channel. So guys, today we have this very lovely Asian styled starter home, as you can see, with the dark prismarine acting as roof tiling with plenty of hanging lanterns giving that Asian oriental look. And of course we have those pointy roof corners doing that job as well. We also use spruce and birch trapdoors in a variety of ways to provide that extra level of depth and detail, overall creating a nice amount of contrast that really ties the build together. Okay guys, so kicking the tutorial off here, these are the materials you're going to be needing. So we have our basic spruce blocks and detail blocks, no logs though. We're actually going to be using stripped logs instead, as well as, you know, your doors, your trapdoors, your stairs. We don't really need slabs. And then for our main roofing material, as you saw earlier, we're going to be using dark prismarine with a little bit of regular prismarine walls. That's pretty much the closest I can get because there's no dark prismarine walls. Kind of a shame, so Mojang, you better get on that. Okay, and for our second floor, for a little bit of contrast, we'll be using stripped birch, some trapdoors, and lanterns in red glass for details. So guys, to start off, you want to lay down a 9x9 square out of stripped logs like so. So you want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there should be a 7-block gap in between each of your logs. And once you have that laid out, what's going on, bro? These guys always interrupt my tutorials. It's always in the super flat world. They just show up out of nowhere, you know. SMH. All right. On each of these corners, you want to be going up 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So once you have this, there's actually a good bit of freedom you have with designing this house. First and foremost, I like to put down the door in the very corner here. And just add a little bit of extra depth with the stairs, and from here you can kind of do any sort of custom pattern you want with the windows. There's an element of randomness, you don't have to follow it exactly, but as long as you stick with this sort of general pattern, it'll turn out looking good either way. So all these stairs that I'm laying out, or there's going to be a 2-high glass pane on each of these, so I'm just laying them out here. And on this wall we'll have 3 1x2 windows like so. Here we can have maybe a 1x2. So if you already have like a bunch of windows on one side, don't go overboard with a bunch more. So here we can have maybe a 1x2 and then a 1x1. And next to all of these stairs, we're going to be having stripped log going up. So pretty much the rule is, if there's already stripped log next to it, you want to fill it up with planks. If there's no strip logs, you want to go up with strip logs. No strip logs here, you want to go up. And similarly here, there's already one, so we go up with planks, strip log, and planks. Here, there's already strip log, planks, and strip log. Here, planks, strip log, planks, planks. All right. Pretty nice. I'd say that works out. It's not meant to be like a very uniform pattern. It doesn't have to always look like symmetrical or anything, so there's always an element of randomness, like I said. And now filling in these walls, we're going to be doing, like I said, a 2-tall window, and just fill in the space and put upside down spruce stairs on top of all of these. So guys, this is actually my first Asian sort of inspired house design, so let me know how you think I did, because I am very iffy about this still, but I think it turned out pretty good. Thank you to All Out J. Oh, that was wild. He just leaped through. Thanks to All Out J and Blonde Skunk for sort of helping me design this, giving me some opinions and whatnot. But yeah, now we have our basic sort of house shape and design. Here on this flat wall, we can just fill it in with planks like so. Before we detail any of this, we're just going to complete the basic structure. So coming up, we're going to do a layer of dark prismarine here. Then we're going to be doing stairs on top of that. So guys, let me know what other styles of house you want me to take a crack at. just because I'm always open to trying new styles. You know, I'm a little bit tired of the classic medieval. I know that tends to get the most support, but it is always cool designing stuff like Italian. Here we have Asian. I know hobbit holes are pretty popular and whatnot, but yeah, so you should have something like this, a bit of like a square steep roof, and it looks very, very plain and awkward just flat like this, right? So we're gonna work on sort of that signature Asian roof look that you see with the pointy corners sticking out here. So this did take a long time to get the design right for, but I think it ended up looking pretty good here. So in all these corners, we're gonna be doing upside downs like this. So I'm just gonna run through and do that. Upside down above the very top strip log. So once you have all these stairs set in place, you want to make some sort of like triangle design here. So next to all these, you want to do a bottom slab like so. Next up, you want to sort of extend the stairs here, placing them on the top half like so, 3 diagonally. Then you want to raise 2 like so, deleting the bottom half, so you have this sort of elevated ramp section. And then at the very top here, you want to go with your prismarine walls just for that extra pointy bit, and delete it so it's only the half slab showing like so. And now you have a bit of that oriental spice going on in there, that little pointy bit going out. And you basically want to do that on all 4 of these corners. So it is a little bit complicated, so walking through it once again. Bottom slab on these sides, 3 diagonally like so on the top side, 2 raised up like so, and the final one we have a prismarine wall and top slab like so. Excellent, excellent. So I hope you guys like how that looks. Right now there's not a lot of like connection points in between here, so it does look a little bit awkward and sticking out of nowhere. So how I deal with that is we pretty much have certain points that are raised. So every time there's a window, we're gonna go up with the half slabs. So here we have a double window, so we're gonna go 2 up with the slabs, and then you go back down. Here we have a door, we're gonna go up as well. And pretty much every time we have this raised portion, we're gonna break it and replace it with planks, just so it looks like it's more of like an extension of the wall rather than like little roof bits pointing out. So like that, it's looking a lot better and more connected. We have another level of depth. Now here, lots of raised portions, so basically every other block since we have 3 windows. And you want to replace these with planks. Here we only have a double window, so we go 1, 2, break these, and this will be flat. Here we have another double window, so 1, 2, down, and raise 1 here. Place it with planks like so. So now that's basically the entire first floor done. So now continuing on to the second floor, we're going to be grabbing our stripped birch, your birch trapdoors, and make sure to have your stairs on hand as well. So pretty much every other block here, we're going to have a stripped birch block, and I'm just laying out where they're going to be so we have a platform to place them on. So with these platforms, every other block, we're going to be going up 4 with the birch, with the stripped birch here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 like so. And later on, you can remove the planks from the inside, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be showing off interior or anything, so no need to really make it look fancy from the inside just yet. And now in between these, we're going to be having spruce stairs at the bottom. Like so, whoops. And then you want to hit a upside down on top like so. And you can probably guess what already comes next, but these trapdoors just have that very Asian Japanese look, right? And they add so much depth, you can really just place them on the inside ledge of the block, and adds a lot of flavor, lots of spice. Like so. And now you want to pretty much recreate the same corners the jagged pointy corners at the top of the roof here. So grab your stairs and slabs. You have your upside downs at all these corners. We're not actually going to do the lower slab here just because it's blocking this stair. We're just going to be doing the top part. So 3 diagonal slabs like so, 2 raised, and 1 on the very corner here. Now with your 4 corners done like this, we're actually going to be reverting back to, you know, the classic A-frame that you see on a medieval styled house. And now that I actually saw this in a reference image, and I'm like, wow, this would actually fit pretty well in our Asian styled build. So we pretty much just want to run it up like so, and we peak at this middle birch block. So it's really still a shallow roof peak, but I do think it works very, very nicely here. It adds a bit of familiarity, for me at least, in like a very foreign style. It adds that little bit of, oh, I know how to do that, you know. So that's what I like about it, and it just does end up looking very nice. Do slabs on the top here and run this down all the way. So as usual, we have the upside down and then the front facing stair at the very top there. So from the front it looks something like that. And now here we want to go up on these 2 stair blocks and down in the middle at this stripped birch, and you want to do the same at the back as well. And for these 2 sides, since we have this raised peak portion, we just want to fill that up with stripped birch. And coming along to the other side, we will do the same. And now that is the entire structure of our house done, guys. I think it's looking very, very nice. And now we're gonna run through with our trapdoors, lanterns, fence gates, buttons, and that is pretty much all we're gonna need for the detailed portions. So coming with your trapdoors here, we're gonna be adding these to both the bottom floor and just the roofs to add that little bit of depth, since it is actually shorter than a half slab. You get that extra bit of added slope, you know. Can't really describe it, but on all of these corners you want to be doing a slab or a trapdoor in between this little dip. You want to do it as well. Here on the other corner, trapdoor. Here in this corner, in the dip, and in that corner as well. So it adds a little bit of extra color there on the roof as well. Here on the bottom section of the roof, we want to repeat it. Here in the corners, just add it between these 2 slabs. And we're not going to put it on any of the slab portions, pretty much just on these corners like so. And I'm not too picky about which direction it faces, because you can't really see it at all unless you fly up, right? And now you may notice there's kind of a harsh transition between this full block and the second floor here. So we want to fix that by alternating slabs and trapdoors here. So dark prismarine slabs and spruce trapdoors like so. And then making sure your slab ends up in the corner block. So every corner should be a dark prismarine slab. On the contrary, each strip log should have a trapdoor in front of it, like so, and it just adds a little bit of extra, sort of like a castle-y look almost. A lot of Japanese houses do have that sort of fortress castle-like crenellation look. So coming along to the front of the house, we're going to be hanging 2 lanterns in front of these trapdoors like so, these 2 raised bits. And you want to repeat the same thing on the back. This is sort of the cleanest looking lantern placement we have, and it's a shame we can't place them here because it would have looked very good drooping down all the corners, but alas, there are certain spots that would have looked nice, but we can't do it. So here in between these 2 upside downs, we're going to be hanging a lantern off of a trapdoor, and we can repeat that here on the other side. That's pretty much all we need for the second floor. Coming along to the bottom here, we're going to be hanging lanterns at every one of these lower bits. So anytime you have an available spot to hang a lantern in between these grooves, pretty much you want to do so. So here we have an opportunity to do 4, so just go ham. Here we can do oh, here you don't want to do this. Okay, Here you can just space it out like that. And actually, to avoid this big flat area, we're actually just gonna raise this up. We're gonna raise this up till here, and we're gonna put a stair there, because you know we're actually gonna replace some of these wall bits with stairs just to make it look a little more rundown. That's sort of the medieval look, but we can use it here in the Japanese house as well. And sticking with the theme, we need to break these and replace them. So there we have it, very nice. So we can just have the 2 lanterns on that side, not a big deal. Here we can have 3. I don't want to do a double up there. So and now there's still sort of a lack of depth here on the bottom floor, so we're gonna run through with stairs and just put down stairs in all these corner pieces. Wherever there's a strip log, we're gonna be doing a stair as well, just to add that extra bit of support and stability for the house. Excuse me, fellas. I've tried very hard not to kill those guys, but you know, sometimes they just get on my nerves. Here on all of the corners, we're gonna be doing a trapdoor and a open fence gate underneath all of these. So that sort of works with the pillar, I suppose. I'm not really sure architecturally what these would be. And we're actually gonna be doing buttons underneath those as well, just for that extra bit of flavor, extra bit of spice. So yeah, I thought it was lacking in depth. This adds a lot of detail, and I think it just looks good. If you did these on a medieval house, it might be a little bit too much since it's already messy, but here we have pretty plain walls for the most part, so I think it works out nicely. Oops, you could hang lanterns there, but we already have some. And there we have it, very nice. Underneath all of these hanging lanterns, we're going to be doing a trapdoor coming out as well. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of as a platform. I mean, you could have it like that, right? But I think it looks better hanging. So I'm not really sure what these would be architecturally either, but it adds that little bit of depth, right? So here, we're going to be doing a groovy little thing going across. And then we'll just continue the pattern like so. And yeah, that's looking pretty spicy if I do say so myself. I consider doing like trapdoor arches like that, but I think that takes away from like the whole double stair thing we have going on there. Before I forget, we're actually gonna do a little bit of something here at the front door. So we can break these 2, break this, and we're gonna have a kind of a green roof overhang here. So we're just having 1 front facing stair, 2 side stairs, so they curve inward like that. And we can break this, have some trapdoors there. And you can just make this a full block or whatever you want there, just so we have that extra bit of color. I think it sort of highlights the front door, right? So that's what I like about it. And yeah, that is gonna do it for the house, I think. So spinning around looks pretty good, right guys? Let me know what you think about the style. If you want me to make a bigger one, a smaller one, this is sort of the smallest thing I could think of without making it too compact and taking away from the style. And I think this really is a good showcase of my take on this style. If I made it any smaller, it really would just not be as nice. And we can actually go through and add some more buttons. I think just flying through, I thought maybe the upstairs is lacking some spice. So yeah, we can go through, add some buttons there, looking nice. Yeah, that adds a lot. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, that'd be too much. I think just the corners would be nice. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's tutorial, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. We're gonna set it to night real quick. Take one final look. Yeah, look how good that looks at night, guys. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this very fine Asian styled starter house tutorial. If you did enjoy, a like would be very much appreciated. Comment below what you thought about the build, what other styles you want me to try, and leave a like to show your support, and subscribe if you want to see more content. So yeah guys, hope you all enjoyed this one. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, goodbye.